The place we read, he said, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt lost its savor, or its savor, is useless. To every man reigning, there is something that makes you reign. In your church. Any man reigning, any woman reigning, there's something that makes you reign. And if you will aspire, there is something that will make you aspire. Whenever I sit down, especially in my locality in Benin, and I will see some generals who came aboard many years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. I see some young men. Many years ago, I followed our father in the Lord to a certain wedding at Lucky Way in Benin. And a young man came to greet him with so much package entourage. You see that young man, the skin was shining. And I was admiring him. The entourage that he came with, they were not less than 15. And that is the only young man I know. The few times I was in Benin before he left Benin, he does 3 posters before the day of the program. He does pre-poster, the program poster, and post-program. Was doing well. But a day came. Let me say, a period of time came. I wasn't hearing from him again. And I was hearing one issue. We are going to YMFA, even in the house. Before I finish that story, nobody used you and adopt you is because you were no longer relevant. They have used me in this church, adopt me. They didn't adopt you. Your relevancy expired. Even the drug you bought with your money, if it expires, you throw it away. Please follow me. And after a while, it was a wash night service. And someone called me and said, please, can you rescue me from this problem? I said, what is that? He said, I'm going to direct somebody to you. He's in need of 600,000 naira to pay rent so that they can allow him do crossover night in his church. Please give him. When I see you, I will give you the money. And behold, who came was this man who 2-3 years ago came with entourage that were not less than 50 to 20. He's now looking for money to pay for a rent of a church. And I ask myself, how are the mighty falling? Some of us thinking, or you are thinking, or you thought, or you assume that you have risen, or you have risen, or you have climbed, or you have made it, or you have gotten to a point that you are not standing. It's a lie. Paul said, if you think you stand, better stand, lest you fall. All what Reverend is trying to correct just now, if you have an eye of the Spirit, you will know that he's helping you, not helping himself. Yes, sir. Because these are some of the signs why men aspire. Let me deduce to peruse some knowledge that will come across your integrity, that will elaborate and expand your faculty of knowledge. Listen. When you get to a time, you now get tired, you now relax, you will so aspire. He was talking just now, our Reverend said, in life, if you are not physically agile, you cannot make life. That is true. Let me come back. Men, even in your business, have you not heard some people who will have a store, shopping mall, and today they are closed down? Have you ever asked yourself, why did they expire? Why is it that the person who brought you to Christ, who gave you form to fee, is no longer in Christ? Even while they are in church. You know, there was a time in church we thought we cannot do without some persons. They were so powerful. But today they are there. Nobody knows them. Yes, sir. Why did they expire? The first question I will ask you, dear choir mistress, where are your predecessors 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years ago? If you don't know what make them expire, you will soon join them. Head of protocol. That position was not created for the first time by you. Somebody was there before you came. Find out. Other ministers, deacon, deaconess, women leader. Women have been led for long ago. Look for those who led them before. Where are they? He said, if salt do no longer have its taste. So what make a man relevant is taste. And what make a man lose relevancy or expire is lack of taste. And I will tell you what are these tastes, the taste. I don't want to expire. You must be relevant. And I will tell you a few things that you must be relevant on. Or else you will expire. Whether you are working with somebody, it's a government work, it's a private job, it's your personal business. How do I keep on the show of greatness that I will not expire? Let somebody say you must be relevant. Now, the first thing I want you to note today, let me come down to church. How can I be relevant that even the ministry cannot give unto you? I don't know if you understand. You are looking for one big respect. It's just like a man who cannot feed his household and he wants the wife to be cooking nearly that to serve him. I don't know if you understand. It's very difficult for a woman to go and hustle for food for 1 month, 1 year, and he may need that the first month to serve you the food and with the setter of fish. But you will discover after 2 months, it will shift to close to the head of the fish. Before the 3 months, is the head you will be seeing. And if you are looking for respect at that stage, you are the one that is wrong, not the woman. Yes, sir. Because women were never created to carry load. They were to support load. Yes, sir. The same way some of us are in church. You are looking for respect. You see, by the virtue of the position I occupy, it's not the seat, it is what you can offer. Yes, so please, let me talk to you. You can make yourself available. See, it's politics that is not taking my time now. I am not a senior pastor. I am very far. There are pastors who are in the front. Very far. Even some of those pastors, if they don't call pastors meeting, Papa know even the ask of them. But before they will say, where Reverend K, where Pastor Azeme, where the couple are saying, me, they follow them. Even their problem, if they rob me. Well, you know what I'm trying to say now? But people think that I always correct it. I say, no. One day I was talking to our mother in the Lord. I said, Mother, please, with due respect, man. When I know they use these people rob me. Then a senior pastor, me not junior. Maybe they treat me like all those who will be said, even though they no call, nobody know. Hope you understand what I'm saying now. So, what I'm trying to tell you, you can make yourself available to a point that any small thing you will be relevant. That will be your portion. What do I do that a man cannot do without you? Can I shock you? Even this thing will help you in marriage. There is a way, God forbid, a man will die and his wife prefer to die. And there is a way a man will die, the wife will say, thank God he don't die. Oh, you think I'm lying? Why would the wife of Job say, die, I want to become a widow? Money don't finish. You cause it is sick. Where I want to see money, where I want to take care of you. I bet just die, me and marry another person. And there is a way too that in your company, no matter what you do, they will report to your boss. He cannot sack you because you are too relevant. Do you agree on that? There are children that we marry. Instead of giving them dates of November, you beg the man that you will only be chanced in June because you want the girl to go. But there are some, when we say November, you say, no, let's put it next year. Because you are going to feel it if she leaves your house. In life, you decide how people will treat you. The first thing that will make you relevant in church, be consigned. Be consigned. Be consigned. Underline the word. Your work and your love for God. Be consigned by your work and your love for God. Your office will expire after 3 years. But don't let your work and your love for God expire. I have discovered that many HODs, ESCO members of the department, they expire along with their positions. Your love and your work with God, be consigned. How many of us knows that you were a member and before you became a worker, you gave your life to Christ first? Abi? That is what we are talking about. But can I shock you? You will discover 80% of some of us here now, you were more passionate about God before you became a worker. This is you that you can't come late to church even before you became a worker, but now you are free because you are not too close to the altar. You want to touch the altar. Uzzah was so familiar. Just check your prayer life. You know one thing that gets me angry most? A worker will come to church on Sunday. He or she knows that she was busy. She will go to be busy on Sunday. Because sometimes you are directing people, protocol, usher, choir. Your activities are much on Sunday. Nothing you really gain. Even the one you wrote down on Sunday, now if I ask you, you never open it. The message you wrote down. I have got through the message they preach on Sunday. Over and over. Raise up your hand. All those people they write, they keep you quiet. You know they read. Now, look at it now. This is the problem. You know you were busy. The essence of you jotting is that when I get home in my quiet time, I will not go over. If I cannot go over through these things, I will get the tape. I will not listen to it. If I cannot do that, I will augment it with Bible study, whereby I will just sit down to be taught. How many come to Bible study? How many of us open your notes? How many of us have the tape they preach in your various branches or Sunday? Raise up your hand. You will soon expire. You are not after people. That is why Jesus said to Martha, you too they busy. You are in charge of sanctuary. Only you the kitchen. Only you the protocol. You will soon expire. Mary is doing the right thing. And that is why you see many workers dying daily. And we are recruiting again new ones. Your love for God and your work with God. At most, your office, 6 years, you will live there. If you lost or you lose your salvation, go and find it now. Your work with God. Can I shock you? Your position will not take you to heaven. It is your love and your work that will take you to heaven. The fear you had before has disappeared. That is the first. Be relevant. You want to be relevant? See, let me tell you why it's love for God and your work with him. It is God in you that may make honor you. Oh, you know what that's, Now the volume of God you carry that determine the people that we gather, that will respect you. The day God leaves you as Saul, people will follow David. God will not leave you in Jesus' name. Number 2, you want to be relevant? Be concerned about the church. Be concerned about the church, the department, the unit you function. Be concerned. Now, look up now. If this man, I think you are from choir, if this man, for example, is the choir president, he took over and he met 12 people. And his relevancy in the department and his consigns brought the choir to 50, to 100, and to 150, but it did not expire after 3 years. They said they should drop him. What will the pastor say? Give him another tenor. Talk to me now. Will they remove him? They say 10 other pass. They will say leave him. Who among them will carry the department? There's no partiality. It's because he was consigned. And there are some of you here, now instead of 3 years, now 3 months you go there. Because they get you 60, it has entered 6. And if the pastor no fast, you will close the church. So you are the one that determines how long you will occupy in the church. Do you know, a lot of us seated here now. Oh my God, I preach a message, this business of a thing. Jesus said, don't you know I will go about doing my Father's business? You have never seen this work you have been given as a business. I do church as a business with business mentality. How? Every man must be cautious of profit making. Every business. Can I see your hand? Are you sure? If you are an HOD here, raise up your hand. HOD, raise up your hand. Stand up. In the past 1 month, how many profits have been added to choir? How many new souls? Just 1 month or 3 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks. How many new people don't join choir?
About 2.
Okay. If in 2 weeks you made 2 naira for your business, will you continue or you close it?
It depends on the business, sir.
Will you continue or you will close it?
It depends on the business and the capital.
Oga, the capital of human being. Now we they talk so. The capital of human being. Can you stand before God this year? We are in the 5th month. That you have added close to 15 souls to choir.
This year, no.
So if you do a business for 5 months, share, you have that kind of capital. Your present choir, how many?
We are about 39.
39, give birth to 1 in a month. That means we get 39 in every month. You are telling me 39 people in 5 months, they have not able to give birth to 15. That is barrenness. You didn't see it as a business. If they like, make a come. Because everyone is out for a profit. When did you gather sanctuary and discover they reduce? There is no man that will enter into romance where the business of the day never romance you. Is it true? You don't see it as a business. You don't. Profit. That's the first thing you look for in business. Every one of us seated here now How many souls have you profited this year in that department? You know where God will even judge some of us? I use the word us. Is that even the one God brought, you have driven them with your character. And God will hold you responsible. So, go back and think, are you treating this work as your business? How many of us will lock your business center? Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. No. But there are pastors seated here. Monday to Thursday, they don't go enter church. Bible study, they don't go. They call somebody, may just take her. How many people call? Say 4. Mona just pray. Next week we go teach. I don't even blame. The problem is that you don't see where you dey. Age day your side again. The only time to do ministry is this young stage. And you have polluted it. Are you waiting for old age? If I get to 50, I retire from ministry. I would do all those. When I'm retired, I will do all those back again. This is the time to do it. We died here. Check your age. My pain is this, pastors. May your wife and your children not recommend a younger pastor for you for prayer. It will get to that point, say, Oni, don't you think we should go and see that your... I see no that Oni keep age. You get what he carry, make it lay hand on you. Now, wait till they play with that. At that time, they say, my wife no get respect. He get respect, won't help you. Wake up now. I see Reverend talking to you. Where are your pastors? They come late, and your member come. I just laugh. I said, those who don't know which they play. The best time to do any work for God, remember, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, remember the Creator in the days of the youth. The strength time. Almost all of us say 90% we're at that stage now. But yet you cannot use it. When the time comes when you can no longer move, you start regretting. I'm also talking to ushers. I'm talking to choir. I'm talking to protocol. I'm talking to squad. I'm talking to media. If this business, I told one of my drivers recently, I said, go and repair motor. You park it there for 1 week. You say, I never